When was the last time you stepped outside your own shop, your own routines, your own four walls, and saw what's really possible in this industry? Because the fastest way to grow your business isn't another tool, another software, or another hack. It's perspective. And today on the Trade Traction Roadshow, we're getting perspective straight from the top. Welcome back to the show where we help plumbing and heating contractors who are tired of working for free finally turn a profit by learning from the best in our trade. And today we're live from PHCC Connect in Grand Rapids, Michigan, sitting down with a man who went from running a successful plumbing company in Wisconsin to becoming the president of the national PHCC, Dan Callies of Oak Creek Plumbing. In this episode, we dive into the real story behind that journey, from battling imposter syndrome to realizing what can happen when you visit other shops and see how big your future can get, to discovering why PHCC, this national nonprofit association built by contractors for contractors, feels more like family than competition. And here's what hit me the most. There's a new wave coming, a generation of younger, sharper, hungrier contractors stepping into national leadership, bringing fresh energy, big vision, and a whole new level of momentum. If you've ever wondered what's possible for you or what PHCC can unlock for your business, this conversation will change how you see the industry. Let's jump in. Dan, welcome to the Behind the Windshield podcast at the PHCC Connect Show.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me here. This is awesome. I'm so excited, and just this whole thing here, right?
This is so fun. So the Trade Traction podcast is all about helping apprentices, techs, business owners quit spinning their wheels and get going.
Sure.
And you've got a lot going on.
Well, I went, It's kind of, I'm getting at my career, right? And you've been through some of these things, and just, where I'm in kind of, there's going to be a sunset or exit strategy somewhere, right?
Sure. And we're talking about exit strategy because you're soon to be the past.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to be old news. They said it's a dead man walking, right? That's where I am, right?
The pressure's off.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure's off, right? Yeah. It's kind of, you go from everything intense into nothing.
National Peace HCC president.
Yeah, who thought? I mean,
on Earth.
Definitely imposter syndrome going on here, right? You're thinking, me? Are you sure? I guess you don't know me, right? But I definitely have a passion for this industry, and as you can see, and I think then just that, the people in it, how I want to be part of their advancements and helping and making things better for them.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Dan, so how did it start? How did you get introduced to PHCC?
Yeah, and I think I don't know if I ever got introduced other than it's just what we did, right? My folks owned the business.
Okay.
They kind of brought me to some stuff, and then I think it really kind of, when I started getting into the state association, I got into their process of the executive committees and the leadership. Then I was part of more of going to the Connect conventions, kind of getting tapped into some different people. Being part of QSC definitely tapped me in, and being part of that group, the enhanced service group, and what they did, and then meeting people there. And then there was a person, Laura Cirilla Benedict, and we were in a peer group together, and then we kind of broke off. We didn't see each other for probably 10 plus years. And then I saw her at a Connect down in Indianapolis, and we just rekindled this business relationship.
Yeah.
And then she was the secretary for Dave Frame when he was president.
Oh.
And then there was a situation where someone had to step off of the leadership, and my name came up, and some 3 other people agreed for some reason. They said, hey, maybe Dan would be the guy here. So I kind of said, yes, I'd be more than happy. I'd be humbled to fill this position. And here it is.
Did you go through an open door?
It was definitely a door. It wasn't. I was kind of. I had a momentary lapse of reason. I always like to say, and I have a hard time saying no. But it didn't. I didn't have to think too long. I saw that it was there, and I wanted to be part of this industry, and
sure.
And not that I saw it was broken, that I had to come in there and fix something. I was there to say, hey, what can I do to serve this industry?
Right. I think it's like open doors. So many people either go through them or get pulled through them. I kind of got pulled into PHC. I got pulled into leadership in PHCC to some degree. Like I was just going to meetings, just trying to connect. For me, what happened in 2008
I was so busy running my business that when I couldn't pay my bills, I realized that the supply houses didn't even know who I was. They didn't know I was a good guy,
Right.
right?
Right.
I remember driving down the freeway going, no one knows who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm a good guy, but I'm really struggling and I'm going to figure this out. So that's when I decided to reach out and start building and making connections with people.
Sure.
Getting to know my suppliers
Yeah.
and wholesalers so that, and we dug ourselves out of that, of course, but I just thought if ever I have trouble again, I want friends.
Oh, right. Adversity, man. And they say misery loves company.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad misery, because we all been through this stuff,
Totally.
right? And how do you understand acknowledge it? Hey, there is something, but then how do you strategize? And if people out there that will support you all the way through.
Well, I kind of went the wrong way, really. If I could do it over again, I knew I didn't know what I was doing. And so it took me 15 years to kind of figure it out and pop my head up. I didn't realize that if I would have raised my hand,
Yeah.
told my story,
Sure.
that all of a sudden I'm running a plumbing company. My father-in-law had a heart attack and here I am.
Right.
That
Right.
there was people that would have reached out and helped me.
Sure. Sure. A little bit of maybe pride or whatever that mental block in there. And
I didn't even know it was available. I thought everybody was my competitors.
sure. Yeah. For sure.
I didn't realize we were all friends.
Right. It's
So-
a community here.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you kind of were born into it. That's really cool. And then you just keep stepping up and stepping out.
Yep. I just thought I almost got involved, right? And the intention wasn't that to be president of PHCC. I'm more than honored and privileged to be part of it, but that was not the end goal, right?
Yeah. But get in, like, if you're going to be there, be there.
Be there, right? Be present.
Let's do this.
You know, I always, when I took over the board, I said there's 3 P's: be present, be prepared, and let's have fun.
Yeah.
Well, if fun did a kind of
PHUN.
right? PHUN. So yeah, it's definitely been a trip and been a wonderful time, and it's not over with yet, right? It's just a
Sure.
different seat now.
Absolutely. So what is the president of PHCC do?
Yeah, and that's a great question, right? And what don't you do? What wouldn't you do? But a lot of it is just, talking with people and just meeting and greeting and just spreading the word and just saying, hey, we are here. We're support for you. And it's through the membership itself. It's through our partnerships, our associate members, and it's even through the clients and understanding, hey, if you can team up with a PHCC contractor, I mean, there's great contractors all out there.
Yes.
But PHCC is something special. There's something about PHCC that those contractors get involved with PHCC. They take it at a different level.
I think they're more connected,
Yeah,
more well-rounded.
right.
They've got resources.
Some more resources for sure.
If something goes wrong on a job site, they're not all by themselves. They've got buddies to call.
Correct.
kind of thing.
Yeah, community. And there's best business practices out there that I think we both have grown and learned from. And it's always evolving, right? What we thought we knew 20 years ago is not true today, right?
Yeah, as soon as you think you know what you're doing, you don't.
Yeah, you don't, right? Especially now with the AI.
Oh my goodness.
Right? It's kind of, I'm kind of sad. I think I'm like 10 years ahead of where I want to be 10 years younger, right? Don't we all? I get it, right? But I didn't do 20. But but what's happening out there right now is just so amazing. This technology, and it's
So some people are fearful of that. What part of technology makes you excited as a plumbing contractor?
Yeah. I can tell you I'm not a social media guy.
Okay.
I don't even know if I know I have a Facebook account, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever posted. But so that part, and I know how important that is.
Yes.
That's not why. But I like the AIs, the virtual assistants, the things that can help me think, help me prepare, help me. And I could do all those things, but this things just helps prime my brain. If I'm in a little lockup, like, oh, what do I need here? I can run something to ChatGPT and says, hey, what about these things? I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Tony was on just a minute ago, and he was talking about how he will tell AI something he wants to try to convey, or he's got this idea he's wanting to figure out,
Right.
and he uses it to help him think, like you're saying.
Yeah, exactly, without doubt, and it challenges me every once in a while. And there's times I challenge it. I'm like, no, that wasn't what I was thinking. That's kind of off base a little bit.
So you have to prompt it properly, otherwise it'll just tell you that you're a good guy.
Right.
Like,
True.
yeah, you're so smart.
Right. It does do that. I asked it. Am I smart? Right. Hey, you're good looking too, right?
Awesome. But the idea of saying, hey, critique me on this.
Right. Help me.
Help me suss out this
Right.
idea.
Yeah, well, without a doubt. Business plans, business models,
Yeah.
offerings, advertising, radio scripts, advertising slogans, all this stuff. And it's not the end all to be all. I mean, you still the humanized part of it. But
Right.
For me, it was a tap in, a very resourceful way, an efficient way to tap into some of that information.
Yeah.
That was always there, and I'm gonna, I probably get the end result anyways.
Yes.
But this just kind of you verified it or just expedited it.
I think what's exciting about that is usually when you bring up, for me, I have I'm an idea guy.
Sure.
And most of them are crazy. And it freaks people, when you bring these crazy ideas, it can really freak people out a little bit.
For sure.
And there's this emotion.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, another stupid idea. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are going to be brilliant, so don't miss it, right?
Exactly.
So, but I can see AI helping with that, like not having the emotion.
Yeah.
And I am really excited to use it that way. Like
Yes.
I've used it where I've put in an idea, like this is my concept, articulate it better.
Sure.
But not to tell me how this idea sucks and how it's good.
Right. And it will tell you. I mean, it kind of does the job, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy out there. So those are some of the things advancements of industry that I think and that's infancy part right now. I mean, can you imagine the next generation and what it's going to grow? Now, you could say we kind of be scared and it's going to take over. I don't think it's going to go to that point, but it definitely has some possibilities of going some areas
Yeah.
to help. And I think you have to utilize and strategize on those areas.
Yeah.
Right? Because you still need a human. You still need that emotional part of it. AI it might talk emotional, but it's not emotional.
Right. Well, I think it's just like the internet. Like there's this initial fear about it, but I think jobs are going to change. Like it's eliminating some jobs, but creating more jobs.
For sure. Right.
Like, wouldn't you love someone to come help you with AI?
Right?
Like, where is that guy?
Where is that guy,
Like,
right?
let me sign him up.
Well, but
whatever.
yeah, right. You have AI help you with AI, right?
Yeah,
Right. And we run our virtual assistant through our AI, ChatGPT, the scripting, and hey, this didn't work out this way. What happened? And I'll take the script and say, oh, this is what happened. You got to change this or that.
Yeah.
They'll take the call, transcribed calls, phone calls. I'll run it through ChatGPT. Hey, what does script have to do to modify it so we don't run into this problem again?
Yeah.
And it fixes it. It's
Awesome.
But people always change, so
Yeah.
it's never over.
Awesome. Well, one question I'm asking everybody is,
Yeah.
as far as like being stuck and getting unstuck, can you think of a time during your apprenticeship or as a technician or even as a business owner where you were stuck, and then how'd you get unstuck and going again?
That's a great question.
How'd you get traction?
Right. How do you get there? Very nice.
Because we get stuck.
Oh, without a doubt, right? We have our own biases, we have our own thoughts, belief systems, kind of stick us, and you can't do that, right? And there's times in our company that I'm very proud. I mean, right now we have about 30 people on staff, so we're not humongous, but we're not terribly small. And there's a point where I would have never imagined 30 people, right?
Yeah.
But yet there's a point where maybe I thought I could never get bigger than 10 or 15 at the most, right?
Yes.
I could never advertise enough to keep that many people busy. I could never. So I think there's a point of our career that we limited ourselves. And how do we get through that is really through exposure of visiting shops, visiting other opportunities out there and exploring those possibilities. And you're like, well, if they could do it, and not saying they're brilliant people and I don't have to be as smart as them, but there's a pathway there.
Yes.
And take this onus on yourself. You put so much pressure on yourself that you have to do it all. You surround yourself with people that can help lift you up rather than you have to lead it the whole time. And so I think for us, for getting out of those ruts, inspiration is kind of, that's the lead.
Yeah.
That's the solution to being in a rut, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So read, listen, visit, talk.
I'm remembering a time when we visited a really successful shop. It was very successful. And the owner looked at us and said, I am where I was where you are 3 years ago. And we're like, what? And they're like, 3 years ago, I was your size.
Sure.
I was smaller than you 3 years ago. And that blew our, was like, wait a second. Do you mean if we keep down, we could be there in 3 years?
Right.
That blew our doors open.
But then don't you go through the yeah, but? Yeah,
Kind of,
but
but-
yeah, we can pick it. Yeah, but you can't do it here, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But that ability to go into another shop, and that's part of PHCC, is opening the doors, being friends with other contractors.
right.
And sharing. We just had an open house in Seattle, and we had 5 new companies show up.
Right.
And they were just shocked that this company was open the doors and show them everything.
Yeah. Well, and it's a cool thing, PHCC this year, now they're developing the peer group for PHCC. So they're going to help you. They're going to hand feed this to you, right?
Yes.
You just got to be aware and just say, yeah, I'm in. I'm sign up, and they're going to team up anywhere from between 10 to 15 contractors, whatever the criteria is, and then you're going to start having some conversations you thought you never were going to have.
Right. And the leaders of that will learn just as much as
without
the,
doubt, yes.
like the host shop.
Yeah.
That's the model.
Right.
People will walk through there and everybody say, what about this and what about that? And like, well, we never thought about that.
Exactly.
Right?
For sure.
Because you can't see it yourself.
Yeah. And it's scary part when everyone comes to your shop.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And it's like, oh boy, we better you got some skeletons in the closet. We better put those away and clean this thing up. And it kind of makes you run a little bit better business prior to everyone coming.
Absolutely. It's like
Right.
just having company at your house.
Right.
Everybody tidies up a little bit.
Let's clean shop a little bit, right?
So we should have one every month.
It really you think, hey, this is a pretty easy solution.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what's the future of PCC? Where do you see it? Where do you see it headed? What's going on from your perspective?
The relationships that we're creating and developing with our partners out there, and with the strategies out there, with the membership, and the education is a big part of PCC. What the academy is doing, from the Gradle to the Crave mentalities, and expanding that even ever further. And
What that means is from apprenticeship to how to run your own business.
to ending your business, right?
How to sell it.
What's the succession of that? I'm checking out who's gonna carry this thing, right? And
There's education for all that.
for all that, and just really, I think, expanding those areas and the cool thing about it, we're a nonprofit organization, right? So everything we develop is for the members out there, right? And we're not taking a piece of the pie and saying, well, we're gonna put this away and this could help my my retirement fund.
Right.
It's really truly about the membership. Right. So it's a little different way of looking at things.
It's kind of like buy contractors for contractors.
By contractors for contractors.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got a lot of young people coming too.
Can you imagine? Did you see the boardroom the other day and how many younger folks in the...
Someone took a picture from behind me, and I'm like, who's that bald guy? It was me.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Right. When you're the creepy old man you used to laugh about, and you're that guy now, right? So,
But I said, we need some young people here. And they're like, yeah, you need to go.
Right. Yeah, but it's cool with having Tyler looking at advancement, his leadership within the PHCC. You got Tony, just a phenomenal resource, and how smart that dude is. And then with Mike coming in, and just and Josh, I mean, these guys, they think at a different level in a different way, which is beautiful, right? And I'm so excited for those guys.
They're plumbers.
They're plumbers, right?
They're all plumbers that have gotten involved, stayed involved, been in training, and now they're starting to lead a national organization.
Right? So can you imagine that culture is going to be like in 3, 4, 5 years? And what's going to look like? And that really gets me going. That really jazzes me, and just like, this is part of it. And we were part of that. We were part of that. I want to say I'm standing on the shoulders of the giants before us, right? And then hopefully the next generation will take it from what we said and what we did, and then at least all the good stuff,
Yes, yeah. What that stuff?
Right. And then then they're going to take that to the next level. It's just exciting, because who knows what it's going to be.
It'll be. We can't quite imagine it.
Yeah.
Like I was here listening to some futurist guy. They asked him 5 years from now, and he's like, "You can't. 5 years is too far out.
Right.
That's like 18 months is all we can really predictably forecast at this point."
Then 10 years ago, you could predict 5 years, right? But now you can't.
Well, even this AI stuff coming out, like how do you build a business model? It used to be, Yellow Pages comes out or whatever.
Right.
So we can build a business on Yellow Pages and have a 20-year run or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And then clicks come or pay-per-click.
The digital aspect, right?
But now things are moving so fast. It's like, how do you build a business model off of it? Because it might be irrelevant in 6 months.
Right. Yeah.
I look at my subscriptions in my budget.
Okay.
I've got all these subscriptions for all this AI stuff, and it was really cool 18 months ago, and now I haven't been back to it. It's irrelevant already.
Yeah.
So
Changes that quick.
yeah,
It's amazing. It keeps you on your toes, right?
totally. The
No-
plumbing will stay the same.
No rest for the wicked. Yeah, you look around the trade show here and all the different advancements. Talking to Viega and the new transition fittings that they're coming out with. I mean, amazing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Incinerator has the LED light, the bacteria killing stink bug that will, I mean, this stuff is evolving with Kohler with their technologies. Now they have a new health pod that can mount on your toilet and tell you if you're healthy or not. So.
And that's
Right.
just accurate. Believe it or not, it's accurate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing cool. Like maybe we should highlight about AI and plumbing is like, plumbing is basically the same, but one thing, the tools and the fittings, plumbers used to have to be a brute force.
Yeah.
It was brute force.
For sure.
And now we've got tools and battery powered, and then
It's
solution technology.
It's all very much more cerebral than just brute
It's a
force.
much smarter career than maybe it.
It's not going to take the wear and tear on the bodies. Exactly. Right. I mean, that I'm sure I'm going to have some effects from my early apprentice days, digging the jitters and the stuff, lugging around all this heavy stuff, and it's different. I mean, and we can work smarter. We understand too how to work better.
Yeah.
And with the iPads out there and how they can help manage a job site.
Right. I think this thing about it being hard on your body, I was listening to a YouTuber. He's one of the top YouTubers out there. And he's struggling with carpal tunnel
Yeah.
because
Oh, right.
running his
Right.
editing.
Yeah, I suppose.
And so it's like, I'm not so sure that the plumbing's so hard. Like anything repetitive is hard on your body.
Sure.
Even the
Yeah.
YouTuber
Right.
is having health problems.
Right. There's
It's like a
always
35-year-old guy with carpal
Right,
tunnel.
right. Who knew
It's
that?
like,
Yeah. So you think pickleball, right? No one's going to hit him. Now everybody's getting their eye sockets knocked out because of pickleball, right?
Yes,
All right.
Yeah.
It's something new.
absolutely.
okay.
But I don't think plumbing is near as hard on the body as it used to be.
Correct. I would agree.
It's not harder than anything where we use our bodies. If we do it too much, it's going to be hard.
And it's physical. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
When you need to trench a line in the ground, you're going to have to dig and pickaxe, and you're going to have to do those things, right? Right. But it's just
And there's probably nothing as satisfying as digging a beautiful
perfect
trench
trench.
when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Dan, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being our president.
Yeah.
The future's bright.
Yeah, and thank you for all the support and just what you do for this association. Get the word out there, and thank you for your support on the board and everything that you do, man. You rock, and I thank you so much. And I love your barber. Yeah,
Awesome.
right,
Yes.
right, brother. All right.
Hey, really quick, I have a meme. You know you're bald when you shave your head and no one makes a comment.
All right.
All right.
That's the show, my friends. I hope this conversation lit a spark in you. The same spark that keeps our industry moving forward. Because PHCC isn't just an association, it's a family. And your state chapter is waiting to welcome you in. And hey, start planning now. PHCC Connect, Milwaukee, starting October 19th, 2026. The energy in that city, the people, the partners, Milwaukee, it's going to be unreal. If you haven't already, subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single moment from the road, the trade shows, and the leaders shaping our future. Thanks for listening. Keep pushing, keep growing, and I'll see you down the road.